Hey everyone. I know I haven't been here for a long time now, but I felt that I needed to make this video. I'm not rushing into it, but I did feel a sense of urgency because of the low prices. The reason I felt that this needs to be made is because one of my dreams have actually come to pass, and it was a significant dream. Now, I had this dream about a year and a half ago, around that, maybe a little longer. The one place where it's registered in terms of video is on when I did a live with Marcus from Walk This Way. He actually did sound bites of it and captured my dream. And in that dream, one of the things I saw was that I was told that this will set XRP free, and this was Flare, and Flare was circled, hard circled. So that dream actually came to pass now on if I get the dates correct, let me just look at my notes here. On the third and fourth of sorry, yes, on the 3rd of August, Firelight announced on their Twitter saying that you can now borrow against FXRP. So basically, what they've done is you don't just have to hold on to your XRP anymore. You can go take your XRP, get it minted into FXRP, and then borrow RLUSD against it. I know this, for some people, it may be like a lot to take in, but just follow me what I'm saying. So you can take your XRP, mint it to FXRP on the Flare network, and then borrow RLUSD. RLUSD is the stable coin for Ripple, the actual company. Once you borrow that RLUSD, you can lend it, you can swap it. So if you remember from years ago, in our community, people used to say we'll be the lenders, not the borrowers. You can actually start lending now, and then you make interest on that. So, excuse me. So basically, your XRP no longer needs to sit idle. I know that there's a lot of viewers saying, take your XRP off exchanges, this and that. You do whatever you're led to do, but your XRP can actually derive an income now. It has been set free. It's in its infancy state of that, but that's going to move. That's going to move so quick. This brings everything back to the Flare network. Going on Marcus's dream, this would have been a year and a half, no, probably 2.5 years ago. He had a dream that there was a pink token that was being completely sold out. There were not many left, and people were rushing on exchanges to buy it. At first, he felt it was Velo, but when I heard the dream first, I was like, oh yeah, that's Flare. So I believe that this will create such a rush for Flare, and now we've been in this community long enough to know that nothing happens overnight. It takes a while. I believe in 2, 3, 5 years from now, Flare will be a commodity that may be very difficult to grab, or it will actually just price itself out of the market. When I say price itself out of the market, I don't want to make a price prediction. Past year and a half, maybe past 2, 3 years, I've been praying to God daily, saying, "Fill me with wisdom and understanding and knowledge and discernment." And He guided me towards the Flare network. He put me in a position I'm so grateful to the Lord for this. He put me in a position where if Flare ever hits 12 cents now, because of the way my staking and everything is set up, if Flare ever hits 12 cents, my wife and I can reduce our work hours from 5 days a week to 3 days a week, or one of us can just retire completely. That's where God has me now. I don't have to sell anything. When I say I don't have to sell anything, I don't have to sell any Flare tokens. You're not late to this. The price of Flare is now at an all-time low. There are mechanics attached to it, and I think it's important that everybody learns. Flare is a network where you can stake your tokens and make money off it. Where I have staked my tokens at the moment, it is risky. It carries things such as impairment loss, which means I can lose some of those tokens. To combat that, I'm actually releasing my own validator, my own node. Nodes, what they do is they help protect the network, they help it run, they give price feeds, and the network actually pays you in return for that. Nodes are, from my research, the safest way to stake. But at the moment, the returns on Spark DEX are so high that I'm just sitting there. I have full faith in my Lord that I'm not going to lose anything. I've been doing it for like 6, 7 months now, maybe longer. And I know that I probably should do a video about how you can go about doing that. One of the things that stops me is because there is a level of risk attached to it, is what draws me back, saying maybe I shouldn't make the video, because if one of you actually out there loses your half, I don't know, 10% of your FLR tokens, you'll be like, well, Gabriel told me. That's why I'm probably hesitant in making that video. But back to this. The minimum amount that you need to stake FLR tokens on a validator, a validator is what I'm launching on the 1st of January. The reason I'm not launching it now is because I'm doing a lot of tests. And my validator is already up and running. I can make it go live, put it on mainnet. All I need to do is just self-bond 1 million FLR and then just open it up, give it a name, and people can actually go and start staking to it. I can do that. I can do that tonight if I want. The reason I'm not is because I want to make a lot of mistakes, and I'd rather make those mistakes in testing phase than having people delegate the tokens to my node and miss out on epochs. Epochs are run every 3.5 days. And then let's not get technical. There's a lockup period of 14 days for your tokens on FLR. But that's not what I'm talking. The reason for this video is, since that dream has come to pass, I feel like everyone in our community, if you guys watch other channels such as Belief Bag by Kelly, in one of Kelly's videos, and this is going back a while, probably 8, 9 months now, someone sent in an email to Kelly about the FLR network saying, I had a dream that I had 200,000 FLR and I never had to work again. That doesn't happen by selling 200,000 FLR. Obviously, when I look at it from my understanding now, whoever this person is had a dream that they had 200,000 FLR. They obviously had it staked at a validator or a node. I'm not going to reveal the name of my node, but it's very similar to my website. My website is g1flare.com. It's just a ramp. It helps people get into the FLare network really easy. It's actually made and being primed for the next bull run, so that when the next bull run happens, people, and I'm not talking wealth transfer, I'm talking about people in general, find out what FLare is, they try to get on. It makes it very easy and simple for them. Back to the node. The email sent to Kelly said I had 200,000 FLare. So FLare would have had to hit a certain amount in terms of dollars, and then it would have been staked. And who this person was would have been receiving, let's just say, monthly income off it. And she would have, or he would have, basically turned these rewards into RLUSD or USDC or USDT, and then put it into their bank account and convert it to dollars and live off it. So one of the ways you can work this out is, if you stake to a validator and they give you 8% in return. Now, the reason I'm saying 50,000, you don't have to have 50,000. You can have more, you can have less, whatever you want. But the minimum to stake to a validator, and validator staking is fairly safe. Like, there's no impairment loss. Chances of getting, I've never heard of anyone hacking into a validator at all on the FLare network. If you get 8%, and let's just throw a number out there. Let's just say this person saw, I don't know, 200,000, right? So let's say FLare was $2 and that's 400,000. So that's $32,000 a year you'd be making. But let's not look at FLare at $2. Let's look at FLare at 1 cent and 2 cent and 3 cent, where it is. Let's not get carried away with prices. Get back to the mechanics. 50,000 FLare now is important because it's at an all-time low price. It may go lower because Belinda from, I think Belinda Bible Talks, she had a dream when Luna Classic was like really high. I think it was like 10 cents or 8 cents. And at the same time, she saw the Flare token at 0.0044. Today's price for Flare is 0.0059, I think. You can check me on that. These are US prices. If Belinda's dream is to be believed, at 0.0059 to 0.0044, if it keeps dropping, will not take long. 50,000 Flare today will cost you about $305 USD. I understand that not everybody has $305 in USD, but you could go and source maybe $10 a week, $5 a week, whatever you can afford. Tokens like this do not come often. The Flare network has an enshrined oracle. With the Flare network, it doesn't need Chainlink to verify data. To verify data, they use validators, which is what I'm going to be running on the 1st of January. What the validator does is goes and checks other networks saying, yes, this event took place. They confirm it. With the Flare network, the way it's designed, data can come in, can't go out. It's fairly secure. It's fairly safe. I know, and although my dream has come to pass now, I'm not really making this video from a God gave me a dream to buy this kind of token. Having said that, I did have a dream 6, 7, 8, let's say a year ago, where I was explaining to Jesus that Flare tokenomics are so good. Would have been about 6 months ago. Are so good. I'm telling Jesus, who was a carpenter building something in a kitchen, and I'm telling him that the Flare tokenomics are so good that it's going to be following the trajectory of Hyperliquid in terms of the chart. I was showing him charts, and he was like, "Oh, okay." So what I'm trying to say is, Flare Network is really good, and I have ensured that everybody in my family, I've got 2 dogs, I've got 2 children. Well, the dogs are my children as well. I've got 4 children. I've got myself, my wife. I've ensured that everybody has a minimum of 200,000 tokens. I've ensured that because of that dream that I believed that was sent in an email. You don't have to go with this. If you feel rushed about it, don't be rushed. If God is bringing you this message today, He's obviously giving you a lot of time to accumulate. I don't think we're going to get out of this crisis anytime soon. But when we do, it may actually be a violent chart that just may move really quickly. Some things that can facilitate this are Firelight Insurance. Phase 2 is about to be rolled out. Now, a lot of people are expecting when Phase 2 rolls out for Flare tokenomics to kick in, Fire itself kicking in, and just putting the price up. I think that will happen, but I think everything is a lot slower than what we have always anticipated. Actually, I'm not going to put a timeline on it. I do think you still have a bit of time. So this is really directed to people who are, into that wealth transfer thing. I'm moving forward going to be cutting myself out from watching videos and being influenced by other people. I've been spending a lot of time reading the Bible from Genesis. I'm in 2 Samuel chapter 6 at the moment. I've kind of stopped there. I'm wrestling with God about certain things. But I'm spending time with God and reading the Bible from cover to cover. And I'm, like I said, I'm on the 2nd book of Samuel's now. I haven't read anything for about a week now. It has given me a clarity, and it's really gotten me close to God, and not in a way that you would imagine. I'm more wrestling with God these days than just sitting down praying. I do the Shema, I praise Him. I know that He's God, He's Almighty, and jeez, if you want to see how mighty God is, go read the Old Testament. Watch Him bring those people out of Egypt, set them up in the deserts, give them. This is not a preaching video, but our God Jehovah is amazing. Look, do with this video information what you will. If things are going to go really quickly, try and just get to that amount if you get the chance ever in life to 50,000 tokens of Flare network. Once you get them, I keep them on a Bifrost wallet. Bifrost is a hot wallet, but it's decentralized. It's yours. Nobody can take anything there off you. Have a play around on my website as well. I'm not asking you to use it. I'm not at all. Have a play around with it. It may give you some sort of an idea. It is g1flare.com. I think there's 2 or 3 videos on this account now that's all about that website. The last video I uploaded is actually for a hackathon. It's actually for the Flare Network hackathon, saying, hey, this is what I built, but these are the new features, and I've just entered into just trying to make some side income if I get first, second, or third prize in the hackathon. Pray about that for me as well. Other than that, if you can do something for me, please keep my children in your prayer, my human children, and my dogs as well. But yeah, just cover them and ask the blood of Jesus over them and give them wisdom and open their eyes. And if there are veils there, to be removed. Other than that, I do think that I should probably sit down and go through Spark decks. But I think it probably should be more like a personal thing. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to charge anybody. I'm not that guy. Everything I do for the Lord, for His people, is always free. But I do think it's more of a personal thing I have to sit down and do with people one-on-one. And if you are inclined that way, reach out to me. Maybe we could do like a group of 3 or 5 people. But don't come like if we go ahead down that road, and I'm not saying I will. I don't know. It's just come to my mind that maybe I should with some people. Don't come as a baby who knows nothing about crypto, nothing about DeFi. Do some research. Look at the Flare network. Watch some videos, and then say, "Hey, I think I'm ready. If you could show me how you can get like 40% APY. APY stands for annual percentage yield. I'm happy to do that in groups of 3 or 5 people, and maybe share my screen and show you what I do and show you how it works. But once again, if I do something like that, do not ever think I will ask money of you to do that. Anything the Lord has given to me for free, I share with His people for free. I'm here. If you have questions, feel free just to come and ask. My contact now is available through my website as well. So there's a Telegram there. Feel free to contact me on that. If I take 2 or 3 days to reply, please be patient. I have a full-time job. I'm running the network. I'm doing the validator thing. I'm looking at my website. My wife has just launched a business and she works full-time as well. I walk my dogs twice every day. I try to go to the gym 3 days a week. We cook at home 5, 6 nights a week. So give me a bit of grace in terms of replying. But other than that, look, God bless you all. Any questions, just feel free to reach out. I was going to make a really quick video, but I thought just take your time, go through it slowly. Actually, I made a quick video. My wife said I rushed it, so she's like, yeah, maybe do another one. If I have overcomplicated anything, feel free to just reach out. I will leave this video up for like about 6 months. I had planned to make a video on the 1st of January saying, hey, my validator is live. If you have Flare, feel free to delegate. But because the prices are so low, and some of you may wait for 0.0044, from my dream, I felt that I was led to believe don't try and time the bottom. Just get in there while it still is pretty low. But don't rush with this video. Don't make any decisions over it. Take it to God. Read the Bible. Let Him speak to you and see where He leads you. God bless you all.